Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc's teams dug out by Red Bull chief with more pain due. Red Bull's dominance remains unchallenged, despite aggressive Mercedes and Ferrari upgrades. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko has claimed that Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc's teams haven't taken a single step forward in the development race this season as the Milton Keynes-based team continue to dominate at the front of the field. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez have combined to take victory in all 12 races during the first half of the season, with the Dutch driver all but mathematically confirming his third successive Drivers' Championship title with a staggering 10 individual victories. Unfortunately for the rest of the field and any fans whose allegiances don't lie with Red Bull, the rest of the grid have struggled to catch up to the reigning constructor champions, with the performance gap to the rest of the field remaining unassailable. "I never expected to have such an advantage over Ferrari and Mercedes," Marko explained during the Belgian Grand Prix weekend. "We just developed our car and we're honestly surprised that the others haven't done a good job." Both Mercedes and Ferrari haven't taken a single step forward. That's why we're so far ahead of them right now. Behind us, our first rival is constantly changing. One time it's Ferrari, another it's McLaren, and yet another is Aston Martin or Mercedes. Marko's words are correct. The gap from Verstappen to third-placed Fernando Alonso at the Bahrain Grand Prix was a little over 38 seconds. Since the opening race of the season in the Sakir Desert, the names of the closest challengers have changed, but the gap has barely reduced. Leclerc crossed the line in Spa 32 seconds back from race winner Verstappen, while Hamilton, who was classified P4, was over 49 seconds off the pace when compared to his 2021 title rival. The extent of Red Bull's advantage will now be eternalized in the record books, too. The team are still on course for an unprecedented Grand Prix clean sweep, and their victory in Hungary laid down a new marker for the most consecutive Grand Prix wins in F1 history. With Verstappen in unstoppable form behind the wheel and Ferrari, Mercedes, Aston Martin, and McLaren still some way off, a whole host of F1 records look set to fall to the Red Bull juggernaut in 2023. According to Marko, the outfit's advantage should be preserved beyond this season too. Clearly, all this gives us an advanta.